Hi guys, and welcome to OP Digital Blueprint. We are blessed to have two guests today, our very own Jeffrey and of course our very own Marty. So say hi guys.
Hi guys. Hi everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Marty. Yeah,
Hello.
he got it.
It might be dangerous with us both here, but
maybe. Anyway, I'm going to get Jeffrey to start us off today because we're going to have a good chat about the internet and about technology. So, Jeffrey, start us off today.
Oh, great. Not a problem. Everybody here is obviously familiar with the internet. You know, I consider it to be probably the most transformative technology of our time. And it's not slowing down. You know, I mean, we had humble beginnings. It was used as I guess, a tool for communication between governments and academics. And it's gone into what we know as a vast network. Now it's connecting billions of people, you know, but I think the history of the internet is something that's rather interesting. I mean, we started a long time ago with telegraph, and then we went to telephone, and then I think radio and TV, and we ended up with computers and all of that. But that set the stage, if you will, for what we know now as the internet. And back in the day, I think it was probably about 1960 or so when it first got going, and it was our first worldwide broadcasting capability that also, as we know today, served as a medium for collaborating and for doing all sorts of interactions between individuals, regardless of where you live on the planet. So, I mean, I don't know where you want me to go. I can do history for you.
Well, no, I mean,
whatever you want.
We know that every year there's approximately 190 million new people that gain access to the internet. So give us an indication of what that means to us as OnPassive and what it's likely to mean to the company then, Jeffrey.
Oh my goodness. That means we're never going to run out of customers. That means that no matter what we're doing and where we're going, we're always going to have somebody buying our products and using our products and interacting with us. And it means a lot more than just that too, because we are, as we move forward and we start letting these products go out and they start being commercialized, then that means that we're having a member base. Right now, we got a charter member base of something over 1 million, I'm sure. And we've got members that are coming in, and with that many more internet users every year, that means that our member base within OnPassive is going to grow. That means everything that we're doing is going to grow. And obviously when we grow, and you guys were talking about targeted traffic, I mean, if you think about what targeted traffic is, right? I mean, that's when somebody, me, you, somebody looking for something clicks on something because they think it can solve a problem, answer a question, or get a product or a service they need. Bam. I mean, that is OnPassive because we've got everything that you're going to need for anything that you're going to need. So what does that mean for us? That means we're always going to grow and we're never going to run out of traffic. How's that?
Absolutely. So, Collins, you from the technical side, because I know you've been talking about technical all day, and bless him, he's been traveling. So I'm going to make it worse. So, tell us a little bit more about the technical side and what's happening from that point of view and where we're going.
Yeah, so let's look at OnPassive as a whole. Just thank you, Jeffrey, for giving the intro. This is really beautiful. This is a topic we can sit here and talk the whole day. Marty said 8 hours is not even enough. So, OnPassive come at a very good time. We are in the internet age. All the application we are building is what is web application. Means if you don't have internet, you cannot even connect. You're talking about old staff, old tracker, old academy, everything is just online, So most companies now want to have their presence online. And if they want to have their presence, they must have online application. That is where OnPassive is going. we're talking about AI and machine learning, building, a computer system and then expose the machine to learn, the mechanics and everything, to analyze the data, study the trend. So machine can do that. That's where AI is going, AI and machine learning. Instead of feeding the machine with information, say, no, I will build you, expose you to the internet space. That's where OnPassive is going. Think about OTRACKER, OTRIM. We have heat map, right? When we look at heat map, what is the machine doing? It's analyzing the trend, collecting the data, say, all right, this is where people are clicking, this is where people are looking at this. So that is analytic tool, part of it, which is part of not OTRIM, OTRACKER. So part of OTRACKER is in OTRIM. So you can look at it again more and more and more, speech to text, text to speech, all of those things, they are all machines learning. And why do we have this? It's thanks to the internet age now, where we are now in the world, where everything is digital, everything is customized, everything is just like, people are just tired of doing manual labor every day, clicking with your hand. Now we want to do things fast and fast and fast. And OnPassive is building that tools where it can really enhance and support productivity for all companies at large. I think that's where we are going. So I'll leave it there and we can talk more and more about it.
Right, absolutely. Thanks, Collins. Marty, we've kind of looked at the internet itself. We kind of looked at the technical side, but what does it mean for businesses? What does it mean for our business? And what does it mean for if we have a business with OnPassive as far as an affiliate is concerned?
That's an easy one. No, look, the thing about the internet is the money. Data is money, right? We already know that. Everything about data. Everybody's collecting it. People are making millions. AWS is making billions. More than half of what they make is from data. It's all data. The other day, my refrigerator blew up, right? For 3 kids, and trust me, I was Little House on the Prairie for 3 days. But anyway, after I went on, I decided I'm going to go look up refrigerators. And as always, after I looked it up, refrigerators followed me everywhere I went. No, I'm not kidding. I went on, and the funny thing is, I go to YouTube. Now, I'm on YouTube a lot. When I get on YouTube, even the ads that I'm seeing are refrigerators. Now, look, that isn't a coincidence. It's somebody mastering the data. They know what you're doing. They find out how you're doing it. Now, years ago when I got my first, I didn't get my first computer. The company gave me one in 1990, I believe it was. And you remember how ugly they were, little square blocks instead of rounded. It was not very clean, but back then it was a big deal. A lot of that was just communicating. Hello, email. We thought with AOL, that crazy noise it used to make to get people connected. Today is a different animal. Now, when you talk about like targeted traffic, like Jeffrey and you guys are talking about, and learning what the functions of people are, what are people doing? It's getting to the point now that AI and internet can tell where the trends are going. That's even more. It's not just collecting from the past. They've learned a way to collect from the past and dictate the future. Now, when you can say, okay, we're doing this now, and this is where data scientists and all these type of people come in, they say, if you do this and you do this, and this is from data collection, this is going to happen. It's almost like going to a slot machine and standing there and letting people pull it, and you know what pull is the winner. And when you have enough data and you can collect, especially on the internet, the winner is the one that knows how to go out, like you talked about OTRACKER, go out, find out where am I at, what is working. I know I was guilty of this when I was marketing for years. I would fall in love with something I was doing. Oh, that's a beautiful ad. That's a beautiful image. It doesn't matter what we think. It matters what works. And I did something one time, and this is to prove how people are really strange. All of us. You know I am. And we all know Jeffrey is. I'm just kidding. So, but think about this for a minute. I made a poster, and it was a beautiful lady, a perfect dude walking with a perfect kid to a private jet. And I did the same thing with an old man, wrinkled up hands, holding gold nuggets in his hand, like half his palm. That's it. Over top of a panning tray, like you're going to pan for gold. I asked people live, which one would you like better? What would you be more determined to click on? The guy walking to the jet, this and this and this. But it wasn't true. They fell in love with it. But in reality, when you put the gold tray down, people are thinking, I'm not going to be that guy. Sure as hell that woman's not going to come after me. And my kids are ugly. I'm just kidding. But the point is, they went after the old guy with the hand holding the gold. I don't know why, but when you do, like with AI and IT and all this, it will tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. The reason people that succeed now, which I'm learning, is because emotion has nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter what all four of us think. It matters what happens. What is reality? When this happens, what happened? And they start to learn the trends of people. When you say targeted traffic, yeah, I can go to all people that love swimming and advertise a pool. Doesn't mean they're going to buy it. But the trend is this person's been asking about pools for 3 or 4 months. He wants a pool. and under the right circumstance, you're going to hit him at the right time. That's a targeted traffic. Thousands of people like pools. Thousands of them never buy one. But if you know the trend of that person, and that's what they're learning. I know all this sounds scary to people, but look, we don't have to like it. It's fact. That's where we're going. There's a clean way to do it, a nice way to do it, not pushing people around. But nowadays, with my grandchildren and even my children, everything is now. Everything. I didn't hear the news until 6 o'clock at night when I was growing up. I don't care how bad it was. You never heard anything. Then you get on the news, breaking news, breaking news. Breaking news is anybody that has a phone. Most of the news we hear is somebody whipped out a phone and they're showing a bank robbery or some idiot did something. And it's instant. Everything's instant. When they got into AI and IT and machine learning, because it's all intertwined, you could take all this. And if you do it right, get rid of the emotion. Because listen, AI doesn't have emotion. It doesn't care. You tell it, this is what I want you to look for. I want you to find trends. So it mathematically will tell you this guy walking up with a suitcase with a girl somewhere between 7 and 8 years old. He's got a briefcase. He's the grandfather. That's the granddaughter. He would love to give her ice cream. They read it. When I said, oh, we have a video one now where the camera's behind the screen. And it reads people as they walk up. That's where the internet's going now. That's the internet where trillions will be made, not billions. Trillions will be made. And when you hear Ash talking about, you guys have no idea, you have no idea, I believe him. Because I'm just watching other people. Now, I heard something the other day, doesn't matter who said it. Well, I see all these names, but I don't hear about OnPassive. You don't hear about OnPassive because OnPassive doesn't want you to. When they're ready, the world will know who OnPassive is. It doesn't make sense to open these doors, swing them wide open, and we're working on something like a payment processor. You got to have all that ready. And Ash has everything planned. He is now surrounding himself with people that know things in great detail that he may not know. But he's smart enough to know what he doesn't know. And he will surround himself with the best. And now he's getting people going, yeah, we could do that. But did you realize if you do this and this, that automatically happens? Yeah. And that's the internet. That's where Not what we're used to. I love it because I'm learning every day. Do I get it all? No, but there's a little piece there. If you get enough of the pieces, you can put, you remember putting a puzzle together on your table with the family, 1,000-piece puzzle, 10,000 piece. You get enough pieces, you know that's a picture of a barn. There's a field there. You're pretty sure what it is. I have enough pieces, and all you guys, if you watch Ash, what he's saying, where they're going, we're starting to see a picture of the OnPassive, where it's heading. And I love the idea that their competition is OnPassive. They're not chasing another company. I wouldn't want you to chase another company because I don't think they're that good. Yeah, they have money, they have a lot of stuff, but because we're built with a different rationality and built with heart and wanting to help people, I think we're going to do things that nobody will do. I'm not saying they can't do it, but they have no desire to do it. But if you can find out what people want, I know people are scared to death. I got people calling, did you watch the movie I Am Robot? Yeah, I saw it. Listen, the evil things can happen with a can opener, okay? I could kill you with an orange if I hit you hard enough with it. It's what you do with the technology. We have no intentions on doing bad things. None. It doesn't make sense. Will bad things happen? Yeah, bad things happen every time something new comes out. But I believe where we're going, if people will just slow down, don't worry about what you don't know. Just look at the pieces you already have together. You got the whole square end. You're starting to see what's in the center of don't worry about the little corner up there that's missing. It's only going to get better. Just look at what we have. And I think people will really be astonished of how we're grabbing the internet. Not only are we staying ahead of it, I believe we're creating the internet. There's a big difference. You can chase the internet and be the best there is in the internet. I think you can also create the internet so that people wind up chasing you. And this is me, I'm starting to see where we are going to be someday the leader of things that happen. And we will be the one being chased. We'll be the one, look what they did. Oh, why would they do that? And you will find it, because I had somebody say, how's a big company like that going to make money? They never talk about money. They don't even care about money. That's how they're going to make money. They're going to make money exactly that's how, not talking about it. Because if you have the ingredients, what is it? Cake, eggs, milk, right? You put that together in the oven for 45 minutes, you got a cake. I don't have to say cake. I got all the ingredients. I put it in 45 minutes, it's a cake. OnPassive is putting everything together, and after it comes out of the oven, it's success. Success is money. But you don't have to say it. You don't have to talk about the ingredients. It is what it is. But we are going to blow things up. And that's what I'm excited about. When you see, when he's talking, a lot of people, well, I don't know this. And here's the problem with OnPassive. People are thinking too small. You got to let go of you. The only thing holding you back is you. I did it. I know. I'm not perfect. There's things going on. And I was thinking real small. When I got in, there was 15,000 people. I said, oh, great. It's already saturated. What a small mind that was. Right? I mean, come on. They don't even know who we are yet. Anyway, I take it away or I'm going to hurt myself. Give it to somebody else.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think for me, it's an ideal business model from my point of view, from being or having no idea about the technology, no idea about marketing, no idea about, how you acquire or get customers to come on board or targeted traffic. I have no idea of that. I'm a numbers guy. That's all I know. So when you've got a company that's going to do all of the bits and pieces that you can't do, it's the perfect solution to owning a business. Most people, when they set up a business, you've got huge upfront costs. You've got to learn everything as you go, because it's not just about, having this shop with craft work in it that you've created. You've got to understand how you've got to run the shop, about changing money up and making sure there's enough in the till to be able to pay the difference back, etc. And along with that, you've got to make sure you pay all the bills and. So for some people, it can become overwhelming, and this is why I love this business in particular, because in essence and in its simplistic form, we have an online store. That online store, the company will put in all of these various products that I have no clue as to how they work, but I don't need to know, and they will sell them on our behalf. So we know, as I said, there's approximately 198 odd million people joining the internet every year. As the population expands, more and more people get into access to the internet. Excuse me. So as we move forward, we have this capability, and with the data centers coming on board as well, we have the capability to be able to provide or look after the entire internet. Now, Jeffrey, what are your thoughts about this setup for us, this setup for the company, and what it's going to do?
Well, I agree with what you just said, and obviously, Marty, you talked about a lot of things. There's a couple of them that really kind of caught my attention. You talked about prediction and AI prediction and the analytics and all of that stuff. What we can do with that, we can drill down even a little bit more with that, in that with our own products through OnPassive, through the chat bots and virtual assistants and things like that. We're going to have some personalization that not only can predict, but that doggone AI is going to get smart enough to understand what the user intention is. So that is like, man, that's a whole new ball game right there. I also like the fact that you were talking about just chillax a bit, to use that phrase. You were saying in your own way, guys, stop worrying about the minutia. Stop worrying about the little things that you don't see, and look at what we've got on the way to where we're going, because it's all happening, but it's strategic and it's by design, and it's all going to come out when it needs to. And yeah, okay, there's some frustration out there, but that's a perception. It doesn't have to be. So I appreciate that. Getting back to what you are asking about, where is all this going and what kind of a platform do we have, and are we, is it taking us where we want to go? The answer is absolutely. I mean, if you think about it, we have been saying for a while that we're going to dominate the internet, right? I mean, we're just saying, look, we're going to dominate the internet. We've been saying that for a while. We are the future of the internet. If you look at everything that it takes to be the future of the internet, if you look at artificial intelligence and machine learning that are driving advancements in areas of natural language processing, predictive analytics, like you were just talking about, OnPassive is there. If you look at the IoT, the Internet of Things, how it's connecting to devices and homes and cities and creating new opportunities for automation, efficiencies, we're there. We've already talked about connecting peripherals to some of the software that we've got. When you talk about things like blockchain technology, decentralized networks, right, that are literally redefining security and privacy and online trust and all of that stuff, OnPassive is there. Now, they may not be directly in blockchain, but they're in all that security. They're in the privacy. They're doing what's right because it's right, and that's just a natural evolution of where we're going, right? And to dominate the internet, we're going to have to invest in AI and machine learning, research and development, and we're there. We're already doing that. We're going to have to develop very innovative IoT solutions. I mean, we're going to have to integrate those things with existing infrastructures, which we are creating, and we're doing our own through OnPassive, but we're also connecting globally. I mean, he's already said, hey, we've got the data center that you talked about, Andy, and it's interconnected continentally now, and I believe that we're running OCONNECT and probably some of those peripherals through it. So we're already there. We're going to have to embrace blockchain technologies. Now, that may not be in finances for OnPassive immediately, but it's certainly in secure systems. It's certainly in other types of ledgers and contracts and stuff that we're going to be using. Also for technologies in secure, transparent transactions. We talked a lot about that before. We talked about the culture of OnPassive. It's a community. It's a data-driven, decision-making, user-centric, right? Human-centric design. We're there. We are already there. We're pushing the boundaries of every bit of this. So we are the future of internet, and we're going to dominate it. So if you ask me, where are we at with the design and the business model of OnPassive? We're at the top of the heap. So I hope that answers your question.
It certainly does, Jeffrey. Thank you. So, Collins, what would you like to add? I know you've got something to say regarding blockchain technology.
Yeah, blockchain technology is massive, especially this current time. But Jeffrey touched something which before coming to blockchain technology, I just want to touch about the domination of internet space. Ash Mufara, CEO of already told us that, gave us a lot of tips. He said, the way we know your name, we are going to own it. To own it, there are 4 things for you to be able to do to own the internet space. One is the product, a total, ecosystem with single sign-on, driven by AI. You have that, then you say, all right, am I a domain register? Because you need a domain register for you to be able to own the internet. It means you're not dependent on third party. You need a data center, and then you need a payment processor. Mr. Alpha gave this tip when he was talking about, when he started thinking about building a business. He said, when you look at like a traditional business, what do you need? The first thing you will look, okay, I want to open a shop like Peter Rogers. The first thing you need is the location. Where will I locate my shop? Once you notice the place, they say, all right, let me go and look for the building. Yeah, I like this place. This is where everybody will see me. Now the building. You say, all right, I now have a building. What do you need to do? What type of things will you sell in your shop? You start to fill it with product. Now, after the product, you say, all right, a lot of customers will not come in. How are they going to pay? They can't just come and say, okay, this is my money. You need a cash machine or something like that to add it. So when customers come, by the time you open your door, everything is complete. Now, when you have this, all right, I want to take it. And you need a register as well, because when you click on the product, so when the product, your stock is getting low, you can say, all right, because maybe you have a big shop where you cannot keep everything in your head. You need to keep it digitally. Say, all right, if it is going low, I have a book where I can say, all right, maybe sugar is going low. I need to replenish this. Now it's all right, I have this. These are the 4 things. Now, if you want to transfer that shop online, like most companies are going online, what do you need? You need a location, which is your domain. That shop must be located, domain. The next thing is, do you have the product? The website, you build a website, which is the house. And that house, now you have to feed it with products. You need to put a cash register, which is a payment processor. Payment processor, you need a data center, because that's where all the data are going. Everything that you put in your shop must be registered somewhere. You have a hosting right and all of those type of things. And this is exactly what Mr. Ash Mufara did, but everything is so advanced. Now he said, all right, now this is the shop OnPassive I've built. How do I replicate this shop to as many people as possible? So they will not come and just live under my domain like OnPassive, but they will have their own shop. So I want to replicate this. Now, say Marty is where Marty is living. Marty said, okay, I'll open a shop now in North Arizona, and I'll give it to Jeffrey Mollock. That shop is owned by, not by name, not Marty DeGamo, Jeffrey. He said, okay, I'll open it in UK. Collins, you own it. It's Collins. But who is running it behind, fielding the shop is Mr. Marty DeGamo. But whose name is on that shop is Collins Manor. That is exactly what Mr. Ash Mufara have done, replicating OnPassive to as many people as possible. So when we say the world will know your name, it is not Marty who is speaking or Jeffrey who is here or those who are online every day talking. There are the people who have come in to participate, agree that I want to become a founding or affiliate member. You agreed to become one, And Mr. Ash said, okay, I will replicate this shop. You own it. It's not Mr. Ash Mofara, it's you now. The same shop. Now the world is knowing who, the world is knowing your name, not Mr. Ash Mofara. The webmaster, Mr. Ash Mofara, and the tech team, they are doing the work on your behalf. You don't need to know it. That's exactly what they have done. Replicate shops to as many people, millions of people. You know, you own it and that is yours. And what is happening? AI is doing all the work for you. You know, everything they are looking, the millions of customers coming is just throwing on all the shops, because we are talking about 5.5 billion internet users or 6 billion internet users. Let's say 4 billion want the products that we OnPassive is producing. What happened? Your life is already gone. You are an owner of a shop, of a multi-billion-dollar shop. You know, Mr. Ash said you came for a cup of coffee and they gave you the whole store. And that's it. I'll leave it there. It's just so crazy if you think about Mr. Ash what I've just done. You know?
It's absolutely fascinating and phenomenal that we're doing this, because this not only is have we got, and everything has to go in stages. I get that, I understand that, but what the difference that has been made recently is that we have this ICANN certification, which means that we as affiliates get to offer domain names to others. So we become, if you like, a GoDaddy of our own. Phenomenal. Okay, so we've also got accreditation for the data centers. So all of this is the lead up, if you like, as Marty was going earlier on. This is the lead up, the build up to the next stage, the next focus. So where do you see this going then, Marty?
Oh, great. Beyond my pay scale, but I just believe everything's possible, right? I mean, we've seen what's gone so far. I believe the technology, even in the 5 years I've been in OnPassive, the technology in the last 5 years is miles ahead as it was when I gave in 5 years ago. I mean, I don't know where the end is. And every day I go to AI news for the day, AI this, AI that. And things I'm hearing of today was breast cancer, where tens of thousands of people went in for mammogram or whatever it's called, and there was a few of them that the doctors didn't see it, and AI did. Now those kind of things is life-saving. Okay. Now I know when people think AI, they're thinking a robot knocking on your door and trying to take over your family or whatever. And I know people get nervous of it, but I really think, like Colin said it perfect. We have this big, gigantic technology, muscle, power behind every one of us. I mean, I've got the mall of the world, and I don't have to do anything physically. I don't pay the electric. I don't pay the staff. I just have to stock my shelf. And by the way, after I stock it, I can pay for it from my commissions. So everything after that is gravy. And I just can't imagine. We owned a bagel shop. It was a nightmare. Oh, it sounded cool. It was sexy. Oh, we're going to have our own business. It was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Trying to get people hired. They wouldn't come in. They did come in. They made a mistake. People complain because you're dealing. We have a business that is everywhere. I don't have to worry about a window got broke, the ceiling's leaking, the oven won't start. All of that is fixed every day. Every day I get an uplift. If when I open the key to my virtual business, anything that was updated or uplifted or enhanced is there automatically. So people come in and they go, wow, what a beautiful store. Wow, what'd you do? Repaint? Wow, what'd you do? Put in new, that happens daily. And then imagine selling something to somebody at a price 67% less than anybody else on the planet, technology beyond everybody else on the planet. And on top of that, every time there's an upgrade, you get it for free. That's crazy. Nobody, hey, I just sold you a 2024 Cadillac, and it's got this, 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 and this. By the end of the year, it doesn't have 10 features, it's got 50. So it's just getting better and better and better and better. And then you'll say to yourself, yeah, but are they going to want it next month? Of course they are. Or average everyday people are going to share it? Of course they are. That's the beauty of this company. Look, you don't have to be a marketer. I would rather not talk to a guru. I don't want to talk to a marketer because they already think they know. And the chance that I'm talking to the 2% that are successful, that's pretty freaking slim. Okay? Because 97% think they're doing okay when they break even. That's not what we got in for. And OnPassive, all that hard stuff. How do you market? How do you get people? How do you brand? All I have to do is throw my domain on a brand that's already branded. I don't even have to do it. I just have to direct them, go here. And as far as everybody knows, OCONNECT was built by Marty. And you guys know sure as heck that didn't happen, okay? I couldn't do any of that. But that's what Ash is giving us. He's giving us the birth of something new daily, and we don't even have the labor plans. The new baby's there every day. We get a new one all the time. You go in, hey, look what we got. Yeah. That is so cool, especially with the way it's being set up. So where are we going? I don't know, but it's gonna be scary good. But really, I don't know. But looking at where we've been and where we are now, fasten up, because it's going to be a crazy ride. And I believe everything about OnPassive, sky's the limit. I really do. I think the sky's the limit because it was designed that way. When Ash said the other day, he overheard us talking before he came on, and we were saying there's nothing. Number one in the world conferencing platform is OCONNECT. And he got on and he said, well, I want to kind of revise that. We're coming out with a new one in the summer, maybe spring, that's going to make this one look obsolete. That's a business I want to be part of. I want to be part of a business that when great's not good enough. When great isn't good enough, you're in the right place. When you get something, when I first saw this OCONNECT version, no joke, out of everything since I've been in, I went, it's over. People see this, it's over. And then you have the CEO come on and go, he's like, that's good. Wait till you see what we got. And the competition is ourselves. Come on, guys. You can't lose. There's no losing. So when you want to think small about, well, what about this? And what about that? What about God? Please look at what you can do. Don't look at what you don't know yet. Look, we don't know a lot of stuff. But I tell you what, it's going to change lives. It's going to change worlds. Papua New Guinea's got 13,000 founders or resellers on their little country right now. What impact is this going to have on a country that small when you give people value and choice? And it's going to change that. It's going to change that country. I think that's going to happen around the world. That's what we're part of. We're part of something that just keeps on giving, and it's never good enough, even if it's great. So that's where we're going. Okay.
I heard something the other day. Obviously, we've got a lot of data analysts, and it's not just the AI, but you feed in all of this information, as you said, and they say, right, okay, we know this is going to go viral, but I want one of you guys to actually explain to me what going viral means, because we hear the phrase being bandied about, but what does it mean for OnPassive? Oh, you got it. Okay, go for it, Marty.
Let me just say my piece. I'm going to give you an example because I had some things viral happen with me. I didn't know what it was until it happened. We made a post, and we didn't pay very much money because we didn't have any money, and it was a really ugly post, but something in it triggered people, and it went viral. the company that we were promoting folded, and the people responding to the post went on for another 60 days. That's viral. That's when you go, it's like a snowball. You know, if you roll something down the hill like a bowling ball, it stays the same size. You roll a snowball down the hill, it gets bigger faster. Viral's bigger faster. Viral's when the craziness is contagious. Hey, did you see this? Hey, did you? That's where you start going viral. OnPassive, when Aswipara said, we are going to, he didn't say, I think we're going to. He didn't say there's a good chance we're going to. We will go viral with OCONNECT. I believe it. After what I saw this week, yeah, we're going to go viral. And then he's going to make something better. What that means is they're going to turn on the faucet for marketing. We're going to be able to purchase marketing. But what the unseen part of that is the viral. The viral will be when Ed introduces it to Ted, and Ted introduces it to his family, and his family introduces it to his family, and then the CEO introduces it to a company and his company, because CEOs are friends of other companies, and they replace, and this goes on and on and on. That's where you start going viral. That's where, boom. And why Ash wants to be the best of the best? Because if you have the chance to go viral, you can't be second best. Because then it's going to be a shot in the pan. It won't last. It'll last a little bit. And why does he keep putting more products? Because as soon as you hit that peak, you slam another product on there. And they can't wait to see it. So you're going slam, 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 slam. And at the same time, the OCONNECT that you bought 7 months ago is brand new. It's brand new every month. Brand freaking new. Now you add OTRACKER. It's brand new every month. You add something else. You add something. Now you got physical products. What the freak do we think is going to happen? It's going to explode. It's going to explode. Now, Ash has told us this. This isn't something we don't know, but I think sometimes we don't listen to what he's saying. While he's talking, my mind is gone. That's why I hate when somebody asks me something on what I can't even talk. No, Marty, what do you think? Are you kidding? What do you mean? What do I think? I need a day to absorb what I just heard. But it's big. And the reason I'm really stoked about this is because everybody that saw it and said yes have the opportunity of a lifetime to win for the first time online, for the first time in their life. And I believe that. And I couldn't tell you that for 20 years. No way. I've seen people that were gurus lie to people. I don't know if they meant to. Some did, some didn't. But the fact is, numbers don't lie. Andy, you know that. A number's a number. 2 and 2 is 4. Yeah. I don't give a crap what you say. 2 and 2 is 4. So if 97, 98% fail, that's not a good track record. I don't care who you are. But if you can flip that upside down and 98% of the people succeed, and the only reason the 2 don't is because they didn't do anything, I don't know. I think we're in a ride of a lifetime. And I believe that, or wouldn't say it. Where else? Listen, I could have marketed and I could have made a little money outside of OnPassive. I could have, but I didn't. Why? I was in here 5 years because I believe this is the only place to be for everyone that is looking. I had people say, yeah, but I got 3 or 4 people. I keep going after them. They won't let them go. Let them go out to pasture. They're coming back. Nobody's going anywhere. This gets successful and people can see success. You're going to walk taller. You're going to smell better. You're going to drive something nicer. They're going to know. And you don't need to talk about money. Marty, where did you get that? OnPassive made that possible for me. Is that the company you told me about a year ago? Yeah. Is it too late to get in? No. That's going to happen. That's part of viral. That is going to happen, especially when you got a product like OCONNECT. And that's just one. I asked them the other day, and I'm going to say this in front of everybody. Is ONET and OMail going to be at the standard of OCONNECT? Yes, and then we're going to chase even that standard. I said, thank you very much. That's all I need to know. He said, everything on the platform, the worst you're going to see is the new OCONNECT. The worst you're going to see is the new OCONNECT for everything we have. In fact, this OCONNECT's going to look pretty sloppy in about a month or 2 months. That's pretty cool, guys. That's
Pretty
cool.
incredible, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to add to that, Jeffrey? I know you're chomping at the bit to add a few points.
No, I think you did a pretty good job. I mean, you know, Marty's been a marketer for a long time. I mean, when we talk about something going viral, though, it's exactly as he said. You know, they're talking about the online phenomenon that happens when, you know, a social media post or something else, an email, whatever, goes exponentially, you know, because of the popularity, because it's being viewed, because it's, like he said, it resonates. Something resonates with somebody, and it starts getting shared over and over and over and over, thousands, hundreds of thousands. This is going to happen. It's going to happen with OnPassive when these products start coming out and people see how good they are and how much they don't cost. You know, then people are going to get excited. People are going to learn, and they're going to know, and life is going to be good for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Jeffrey. Anything you'd like to add then, Collins?
Yes, I just agree with Marty and Jeffrey. You know, viral is something that when you think about it, like, you know, when they always talk about viral, I remember when iPhone came out and they sold out, you know, and we're thinking about the iPhone 5, the way it is, you know, the whole world knows it. You know, go to the farthest corner in Papua New Guinea, said, all right, what is the latest phone now? iPhone, they'll tell you it's iPhone 15. How do they know that? Because it's viral. And this is how, like Buddy is explaining, that's how things will go viral. Go to even the smallest village in Cameroon, said, do you know Google? He said, yes, it's a search engine. They know Google everywhere. And that's the viral effect they're talking. When I said, we are not yet there, but we will go viral, means in the smallest corner on this planet Earth, where technology is or internet is, they will know OnPassive. They will know at least the products. One of the products may be Opal, you know, OCONNECT, and they'll say, wow, what is OCONNECT? Oh, it's OnPassive, you know, and that is how it will just explode, you know. So this is really good for OnPassive, honestly. When I think about it, it's like, wow. So the world will just like knows everything about OnPassive, especially some of the popular products, like Marty said, OMail, ONET, you know, it will go viral.
Okay, so Marty, we're going to close off in a bit, but what would you like to say to somebody that's looking to build a second income? Because let's face it, the cost of living is going up everywhere, every country. You know, inflation is taking its toll, and everybody's looking for that little bit extra. So, what would you say to somebody that's, you know, looking for a second income? Is OnPassive a system that they could take advantage of? Oh, yeah.
Because I've been fried long enough, my behind looks like a Big Mac. Okay. No, but listen, anybody online more than like a week, they start to realize something's not right. This isn't quite what I thought it was. They always have these little rhymes and riddles, you know, follow me in 60 days and I'll make you free. In 120, you'll be just like me, and all that nursery rhyme bullcrap. It doesn't work. But if you're looking to, and I mean this, and I've said this on my live, if you're looking to build an income where everyone wins and the potential is unlimited, and there's no small print, there's no I gotcha, there's no surprises, everything is out in the open. You are dealing with products that are in high demand. We will have many products that are multi-billion-dollar products. You don't have an auto ship. You don't have to hit a quota. You don't have to be a guru. You don't need to know marketing. You don't need to know how to write well. You don't need to know how to know the trends. You don't need to know none of that. You need to say yes. And then you need to go with the system. And there's a lot of people here that want to help. There's a lot of people that will guide you. We don't have this guy's better than this guy. We have guides. People will guide you along the way. And the one thing I would say, since you can get in for free and judge for yourself, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because at the end, you could just say, this isn't for me. If success is not for you, this is the wrong place to go. It is absolutely going to mess you up if just too good is too good. But I'm telling you, if you come in, take a look, check out what they have, see what they're giving away for free, look at what they've done, look where they put their money where their mouth is, look at what they're aiming for. And I'm telling you, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, all of them can see this very clear. And I think if you just came in and looked, just look on your own. And I want to give a fair warning to everyone. And I say this a lot and I mean it. If you go to Google and you look up any company, you will see negative. I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Google and these other search engines are search engines. They're not truth engines. They give you the information, whether it's good, wrong, or lie. The most popular is usually at the top. The very top one is paid for. 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1 billion is whoever ranked the highest. And sometimes negativity ranks very, very high. But if you look at it and you come in, I wouldn't Google anything. I Googled a sore on my elbow and I had polio when I was done. Okay. Don't go do that. There's nothing wrong with researching, but go find out. I went in and heard about Ashley Farr and this and this. He should be in a freaking orange jumpsuit, but yet he's walking around building this empire. Come on, it's stupid. If you're going to take the word of somebody or a negative, then don't even look. I'm saying for you, judge you. You're good enough. You're smart enough. Log in, look at it, check out everything and say, this isn't for me, leave. I'm not going to try to sell you on thing. I've never tried to talk anybody in OnPassive, not once. I brought more people trying to talk them out of it because they started off negative. But I realized sometimes negative is just being afraid. Don't be afraid. You can't bring your wallet out. Throw it away. Come in, sign up, see what you're getting, see what's offered, see what's coming. And I think if you have any brains in your head at all, and I'm not talking about a scholar, you're going to say, yes, I believe that with all my heart. But come in. Don't beat it down. Don't look for negative because you're going to find it. Listen, the internet is full of negative. Absolutely to the max. Facebook is negative. All this is negative. It's what makes the world go around. It's sad, but it's true. Search engines is search engine. It's not a truth engine. Get in, check it out for yourself. If you don't trust anybody else, you got to trust yourself. Come in, look at it for yourself, and you decide. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Fair enough. Jeffrey, I'm sure you'd love to add to that.
Is this a conclusion remark? Is that what we've got here?
Yeah, if you like. Yeah, absolutely. A kind of what would you say to somebody looking to obtain or get a second income? Why is OnPassive different to anything else?
Well, you know, the only thing I'd probably point out, Marty, I loved what you said. As a matter of fact, I need to get on air with you more. You're a funny guy, man. I get laughing over you with your audio, so this is good. But like you were saying, negativity, man, it sells. Probably not as good as sex, but it sells. And fear, man, if you're fear mongering and you put fearful stuff out there, oh, the algorithms love you. So that's why you get the answers back you get. That's why you get all the negativity coming back, because it's the algorithms and it gets clicks. So that's that. Now, what would I say to somebody that was looking for a second income? I'd say, go find one. If you need it today, go out and start working. But if you're looking for something to secure your future, something you can take your time with, is not going to cost you a dime in the interim, take a look at what we've got. Look at the QR codes up at the top of this screen on Andy and Collins. Click one of them, right? Scan it. Go see what we've got. Go and check out the OnPassive ecosystem. Go in there and see some of the trials that are in there. Give them a test run. See if you like them. Get on there with your family. Have some webinars on us. Go in there and check out OTRACKER. Man, I'll tell you, I love OTRACKER. OTRACKER has got more bells and whistles than every other analytics program, including Google or anybody else that's out there. And it's prettier and it's nice. Go get you an email. Go get you some net social media. It's all free or free trials. I mean, won't cost you a dime. You couldn't pay for it if you wanted to. Just go check it out. But that's if you've got a little time to wait and you've got a time to build something for your future, because that's what's going to be able to happen here. You're going to have wonderful, absolutely fantastic products that are all linked together. They're going to be integrated. They're going to be automated through AI. They're going to be owned and run by OnPassive on OnPassive platform. No third parties you got to worry about. We're not selling anybody's data. We don't do that. Won't want to do that. We're built with heart. Our motto is AI with heart. Our motto is, come on, the correction to the corruption. Really? Is there any other planet or any other company on the planet with a motto like that? No. Look at how we're built. Look at what our mottos are. Look at where we've come from and where we're going. It's happening. And I'm telling you what, Marty, you're right. The internet's come a long way since its inception, right? And the future is more exciting than ever. Marty, you said it best. And there's no way to gauge how far or how fast we're going to get or go or how fast we're going to get there, right? An indication of this power that we've got with OnPassive and keeping up with the way the economy and the internet's going is when Mr. Mufara talked about that new. I mean, we don't even have the current OCONNECT out commercially, and he's already saying, hey, we've got the improvement to that well on the way, along with a whole lot of other stuff. And this is how it works. This is how we roll. This is how we stack the cool. And then they ain't never going to stop. We've talked about that. That's what the innovation labs are for. So if you're looking for something to put a little control in your future rather, and get rid of the fear, right? Because there's only love and fear. You're operating out of one of them. Which one are you in? Because if you're afraid or you're in fear or you're not sure or you don't want to take a chance, man, get over it. Get over it. Do you want a future that's going to be secure and bright and it's going to build and it's going to last, something that you can give to your family? Jump on board. Look at what we've got. Go do it, right? Companies that prioritize innovation like we're doing, that prioritize collaboration like we're doing, and that make sure that the best user experiences is exactly what's happening, is going to be poised to dominate the internet of tomorrow, right? That's going to be the internet landscape that we're going to be dominating. And as we continue to push the boundaries of what we know is possible online, like OnPassive is doing, life is just going to get good. And I take very good comfort in knowing that it's OnPassive's intention, right, to also ensure that the internet remains a force for good, accessible, and beneficial to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. That was brilliant. Collins, what would you like to add? I'm going to make sure you go after Jeffrey instead of me. Thank you.
Marty and Jeffrey, they'll just like blow the whole stuff, but it's really good. Like Marty talk about negativity and Jeffrey just he also touch on it. Sometimes it's always good to depend on your own ability to reason and think rather than depend on others' ability. They are not saying don't be careful when you're joining something, but when you look at OnPassive, is there any risk involved to join OnPassive? No, because it's just about creating a free account. And if you don't want it, click the button and go. So when you go online, someone said, take a look at OnPassive. Say, no, let me go and Google it. What are you really Googling? What do you really want to know? The platform is already there for you to come and take a look. Not like Googling, because by the time you are going to Google, it means deep down in your heart, you're not convinced. And now you are searching for negativity because you are looking at the negative part of it. So you are not a positive thinker, and a negative thinker can never succeed in any business because you started with negative. So you've already built your mindset with negative, So how can you even see clearly? Because everything you are doing, like you're scared, and there is no way you can succeed. We must always choose hope over fear. That's why I always think, I said myself, I always choose hope. I'm always hopeful in anything I do. And because of that, I know with anything I do, I always come triumphant because I don't put negative in my mind. I said there is nothing to be afraid of, because look at all the great people you can think about, you can think of. They never, Magic Johnson, how many shot? They said 100 shot. He never gave up, but the last shot made him a millionaire. In basketball, I think Michael Jordan. You know, show me the best person, the people you think that are successful people. Go and check how many times they failed. Amazon failed as well. They tried, you know, they tried and tried, keep on trying. The only time you fail is when you stop trying. You know, you must keep on trying. There is no failure in OnPassive, because at the end of the day, you don't have to pay anything to come in. Come in as free person, take a look at the free product. If you don't want it, you click the button and you say bye. You know, and there is nothing you will gain or lose if you are not out there. But if you are not in, you have everything to lose. That's the truth. Because one day you turn around and say, my goodness, you know, why? Why? Because we are thinking about the affiliate program coming, or the free. What happened after 10 years? Mr. I said, no, we don't want any affiliate anymore. You never know. You know, and you'll be sitting looking at it and say, my goodness, the door is shut. When they told me, I never take the opportunity to come in, even for a free user, and click that button. Even if you don't pay, click the button and sit there, looking at watching it, but you are already in. It's better to be in the house and cry than to be out of the house and cry, you know, because there is no way you can come in. You know? So that's the journey of OnPassive. And most of those people who sit back, you know, writing negative stuff, ask them, how much do they know about OnPassive? Nothing. They don't even have a clue. They write by listening to others and say, oh, let me put something online and say, this is it. Ask them, tell me 10 things about OnPassive you know. Nothing. They don't know. But those people who sat there and saying this, go and see the number of followers, because those who are following, when I look at it, yes, these are the negative people, because they have built their mind on negativity, and success will never even meet them anywhere, because that is how they do. After OnPassive, they will still do it another company. Say this OnPassive coming, company like this come in a decade, 10 to 15 years, see next, bring that same person who is a negative person, the person will still criticize another new company coming up. That's their lifestyle. But do we need to think about them? No. So always use your own judgment. I always tell people, use your judgment. Don't rely on other people's ability. You have the ability in your own brain. We have about billions of brain cells in our head. We've never used them anywhere. So why should I depend on someone else? I will use my own judgment and come in, not someone else's judgment. So that's what I would say. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Collins. I want to finish off with a couple of points that Jeffrey mentioned that I don't think people truly understand. If you look at the other social media platform that everybody uses right now, begins with F, right? Their entire value is based on the data they sell. Their entire value, okay? Now, Jeffrey made a point just a moment ago. We never sell data. What does that tell you about OnPassive? What does it say about the company? Yeah. We don't need to sell data. Why? What's the point? We don't need to make billions out of information about you as an individual. This is why there are so many people that have fake accounts, and that's why I like to call it fake book, because there are so many. Well, you have a picture up there, and then you got a guy talking, and you try and match the voice with the picture, and you go, no, it doesn't work. All right, I don't understand why people do that. At the end of the day, you are who you are. So with our system, you prove who you are. You can't be fake. But it's this system about not selling data. YouTube, Google, Facebook are all about selling data. Don't need to do that. But that tells you a lot about the company. Now, the other thing is, if we've got currently around 5.4 or 5.5 odd billion people, that's with a B, that have access to the internet. And we're currently, let's call it 3 million odd within OnPassive. How many customers do you want? How many customers could you have? And what would that do for your income if you started doing something about it? I'm going to leave it on that note. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. I had a great session today. Really enjoyed that. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, obviously, Jeffrey. And thank you to my colleague, Collins. And guys, thanks for joining us along the journey. And please share it out to as many others as you can. Don't forget Marty's live tomorrow. And we've got empowerment talks in about, an hour. So see you later, guys. Thanks very much.